I'm David, and this is my Pokemon shop. I work here with my wife and brother, Big Hoss. Everything in here has a story and a price. One thing I've learned after a whole year on YouTube, you never know what is going to come through that door. Hey everybody, welcome to Vintage Pokemon Hunter Brothers, and this is a episode, I feel like I say this every episode, and that as well. That's going to be a lot different than anything else I've done. There's a channel that I've been watching lately called Outer God Openings, and he opens a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. It's really awesome. But his sister has been collecting Pokemon cards for a while, like back in the old days, like WotC stuff. So he wanted to do this awesome video going through all the cards, but he realized that he doesn't really know much about Pokemon cards. So he hit me up. He was like, hey, I don't really know much about these Pokemon cards. So I'm just going, looking at them like, that's nice, you know. It's like, do you want to look at them? Maybe we could do like some kind of collab with this. So we're going to go ahead. I'm going to look at these cards with you guys, and we're going to see the awesome stuff they have. So here we go. All right. So first off, we see a Sentry from that's Neo Discovery. So that's awesome. And you see that symbol right there. So we know these are going to be some incredible cards. There's your Teeny, one of my favorites. The one on the right, that's the base set version right there. The left, that's a Team Rocket. Oop, I was wrong. It's base set 2, which is the same artwork as the base set one. Then we got Dark Dragonair, Dragonite. Some of them are just my favorite cards. So cool. So this Dragonite right here, it's not the Holo. It's just the regular one, but it's still really awesome. I asked him to go ahead and take out all the Holo ones so we can look at them, because like I mentioned before, condition is everything when it comes to price of collectibles, just like this Wigglytuff. So we'll check out this Wigglytuff and see what it's worth. So it's the Jungle Wigglytuff, and I'll go ahead and I'll probably put a price right here too. Now the Holo looks like it has some scratches on it, but the centering actually looks really nice, and it doesn't really seem to be too much whitening around it, so I can't imagine. Oh, okay, there we go. That's why it's important to always flip the card around too, because there's so many things that you can see when looking at the back that you won't see looking at the front. Like a whole other side. You can't see the back side, just looking at the front side. Yeah, that's still a gorgeous card and awesome to see, being that Jungle is the second set that came after base set. Alright, we got Meowth, Dark Persian, some of my favorites. Pharaoh. That Pharaoh card in the middle, that's actually one that I just recently purchased in the regular holographic version, and I love these Pharaoh cards. And the E series, that's, you can tell they're the E series because of the little slits in the left side. That's where you'd put it into like your Game Boy. I think you have like E series reader, and you could get some like extra games or some Pokemon in there. Those are like a short run series that I believe are going to be worth a lot of money in the future. And they're actually worth a lot right now too. They're not cheap, especially the packs. You can still get some of the cards in like lightly played version. Pretty good. Now this Giovanni's Persian is an incredible card, and I've been seeing a lot of it in like some of the bigger guys' channels like Leonhardt or TCA Gaming, because it's notorious. Like these colorless Pokemon cards are really big on usually print lines, which there might be one up in the middle, but I can't really tell. For the most part, it looks pretty good. Maybe some scratches up on the top, but that is a gorgeous card. And in the back, that is mint. That is minty. That is a minty Giovanni's Persian. It's probably going for a good amount too. I'll go ahead and I'll put the price up. I wouldn't be surprised if it was like 40, 50 something bucks for a mint version, and then I'll probably put a PSA 9 or 10 up there as well. That would be one in here that I would get graded. Chansey and Blissey, very awesome cards. This kind of artwork is great, and I love the different colors in here. So we have like blue, green, pink. Alright, some whitening up on the top and stuff right there. This is one that, I don't know, I think that one's probably just better to just be in the binder. I don't know if I'd necessarily grade that one, but it's still just a gorgeous card. And Togepi, that was one of my favorites to pull in Neo Genesis, was that Togepi right over there. Chansey. We've been hearing a lot of people talk about Chansey. We mentioned that's also one of the cards that we mentioned in one of our inappropriate Pokemon card videos. But something also great about base set 2 is that in the holofoil you see those circles and stuff like that. In the base set, the holofoil pattern was different. It had more like diamonds kind of artwork. So when you get these different cards, it's like the Charizard and the Blastoise. A lot of people are starting to look at that different holofoil pattern, and they're really liking it. And the prices are going up, just like everything in the old ones. They're coming up. But the Machamp version doesn't show the base set 2. It just has that holo variation, which is really awesome. Togepi, classic card, very gorgeous. Oh, that one's played. Yeah, we got a lot of corner wear right there. That Togepi E-Series, I haven't seen that one before. Clefable, beautiful, beautiful. Erica's Clefairy. I believe that's a gym challenge. You can tell because it's dark. And then another Clef. She has a lot of base set 2 cards. Base set 2 is pretty awesome. Oh, look, there's a swirl. I think he's showing like a little kind of tear right there, but up underneath the 70 HP, that's what a lot of collectors look for. A lot of people like is that right there. But that's another beautiful one. So something else that I'm looking for too is there are certain pre-release cards. Like I believe the Clefable pre-release card is actually worth a pretty penny. The Dark Gyarados pre-release is awesome, but last I checked, it isn't really worth too much. Probably around the same as the regular Dark Gyarados. But those are things to keep our eye out for. Just like there's an Abra misprint that I just found out about that I wanted to make a video about, where it looks like there's like a plane falling down or something in the background. It's like this weird pattern. But all right, Alakazam, base set 2. All these base set 2 cards. It's incredible. Again, awesome swirl right there. And Alakazam is Logan Paul's favorite card. Yeah. I hate that I know that. Why do I know that now? It's because he's been on all these Pokemon channels. Okay. This guy, pretty beat up. Probably one not to grade as of right now. I think she has a lot of awesome cards in this collection. So that's one that I would save for maybe later. Yeah, because another thing is when you grade these things, it takes like 6 months to get them back right now, unless you pay like $50 to get it expedited. Unknown. Some people really like Unknowns. I never really cared for it. I thought it was like such an awesome Pokemon, but then when you catch it, the only thing it really knows is Hidden Power, and I don't really believe Hidden Power is that powerful or really that great. The artwork's pretty awesome though, just like in the background. That's one of my favorite things, of like the Ho-Oh in the E-Series. What is it? I think it's I forget what set it's from, but there's a Ho-Oh. I'll put it up on the screen that has the background of like those ancient like relic kind of stuff, and it just looks amazing. Gengar First Edition. Now when we get into Fossil First Edition, Jungle First Edition, Base Set First Edition, especially the holographics, that's where the money really, really is. So I'm excited to see that Gengar. And the ones where it has like like the Pokemon itself is really small and the holofoil pattern is like covering most of the card, those are the ones that are usually really hard to grade. So if you have a first edition one of those, really look at the holofoil pattern, because if you don't see any print lines or any scratches and you can get a 10, I would definitely grade it. Because those are the ones that are usually worth thousands of dollars. Gengar is pretty big in that one, but I'm still curious. That Honor, there's a known, not common, but there's a known misprint for the Honor called like the Cigar Stain on the Honor and the Hitmonlee. So that's something I always look for whenever I see people's collections. Yeah, let's take a look at this Gengar. Okay, definitely some silvering on the sides. Maybe some scratches on the right of the holofoil. And yeah, some whitening. So this is not a 10, this is not a 9. But still a gorgeous card, and a first edition. This is one that I would still get graded, just because of that protection, and the grade will never go down once you get it graded. Okay, this one's really awesome. That Best Rockets Mewtwo winner, and of course the Ancient Egyptian Mew. So these ones right here, I looked into it because I don't have any of these Best cards, but I know that they have a Hitmonchan, I believe they have a Mew, and I want to say they have like an Ivysaur and a few other ones. So what's up with these Best cards is a lot of people know about the Pop series packs. But before they had the pop packs, I like to say pop packs. Before they had those packs, they had these cards right here. So if you go to like a tournament at your card store, or maybe like an actually big like Pokemon get together thing, you'd have a chance to get one of these best cards. You see that big print line right there with that card. But this is awesome because these are the cards that are like a part of Pokemon history. And this Mewtwo, when it first came out in the series, yeah, did it come? Didn't yeah? It came on like I think Gym Heroes or Gym Challenge. It was like one of the first cards with the 3 moves, so that's really awesome. And it's Mewtwo. Everyone loves Mewtwo, and it has a little thing going around its fist. So it's just an awesome card, and it has all that history behind it. That Mew right there. Oh, there's a Slowpoke. That's a funny looking Slowpoke. Really beat down. The Mew in the middle. I don't know if he's going to take it out, but that was one of the cards that my brother and I were looking for when we first started this channel. That Mew only came out in the holographic form like that in the Japanese fossil. It didn't come out in the English fossil. For us, it came out as a promo card. So if you were to collect some of those fossil packs, like my brother and I believe we opened like maybe 5 of those fossil Japanese packs just to search for this Mew because it's such a gorgeous card. Mew is just like, just like when you're a little kid. When you were first playing the games, it was like you didn't know if Mew was actually a Pokemon that you can get or you couldn't get, and some people had it, but you'd ask to look for it and they wouldn't have it. Really, it was just this Pokemon that you're like, is it really there? Does it really exist? And when it came out as a card, it was just so awesome to have. Now we had the Ancient Egyptian Mew, which there are so many different types of this card. There's the new one that came out. There's the Air Nintendo. There's the regular Nintendo, and then there's like a darker, different holofoil pattern ones, and they're all worth like different amounts. But graded 10, they actually go for quite a good amount of money. So yeah, looking down there, we can see it is not the misprint. So it is the regular one. Oh, it's so pretty. I love the back of this card. I was thinking about doing this video of where I was just going to look at the back of Pokemon cards, like all the different artworks of the back of Pokemon cards, because there's a lot more than you'd think. Like off the top of my head, you'd be like, okay, there's the English backing, there's the old Japanese, there's the new Japanese, but if you think a little bit harder, there's a Trainer Deck A, Trainer Deck B, there's the Ancient Egyptian Mew, there's the Champions one. Okay, here we go. Here's a pre-release. I don't think I mentioned this one before, but it's the Seadra pre-release card. Oh, and there's some big scratches right there. It's just an awesome card. I don't have this pre-release. I have the Dark Gyarados. I think that's the only one I have is the Dark Gyarados. I should definitely get this one in the Clefairy. Last I checked, they weren't too much, but they're definitely one of those cards that I imagine is just going to go up as more people know about them. Ludicolo, another E-Series card. Beautiful card. And Ludicolo is just one of those Pokemon that's becoming more people's favorites. And look, you can see the other little Pokemon in the background and the mountains and the sky. That is gorgeous. That is a really awesome card. That's another reason why I really like looking at like people's collections, because I'll watch pack openings and I feel like, oh, I've seen that card, I've seen that card, I've seen that card. It's really cool. But when you look at someone's collection of hundreds of cards, which this isn't going to be like that much. We're going to be watching this for a few more minutes, like another 10 minutes. But when you see people's collections, you just see such a diverse amount of cards that there's like always something new, I find, that I really like. Vaporeon, probably one of them. I mean, the jungle set had the Eeveelutions. That's what made it like so amazing. And Vaporeon was like my favorite Pokemon to play with in the game. It was just so bulky. So cool. I know everybody else would get Jolteon and just destroy my Vaporeon, but I liked it. I think in the card artwork, though, Flareon's my favorite. And then, the Jolteon one looks so great, but Vaporeon's so awesome, too, because it's just that old-school artwork. Like, Vaporeon doesn't look like that anymore. Lapras, EX. See, here's another one that I didn't really see before. I believe when I first saw this, when I was editing it, shortening it up, I had to find this thing to see if I can buy it. But yeah, that's just, look at the border. That's so cool. So shiny. I believe there's a Meganium. There's a few cards like that look like this. That one's in great condition too. That one is awesome. Energy Ball. People that move Energy Ball, they've been destroying me in the Pokemon Sword and Shield game. You see Squirtle in the background. Squirtle. Good condition base set Squirtles are going for some money right now. Especially if it's a first edition. First edition base set starters, so much potential to make some money. Oh yeah, be careful with those. Alright, what do we have? Oh, look at this Vaporeon. See? Oh, and more swirls. Looks like it's under the water and it's about to come out. That is gorgeous. Checking out the back. Oh, that came right off. That's good. It's like a page of Vaporeons. That's really awesome. Looks like a non-holo jungle. We got a Team Rockets. Okay, no, never mind. Those are Lotads. You got 4 Vaporeons. Oh, I love the chubby Vaporeon. I just purchased that one a while ago for like $4. Alright, we got War Turtle, Blastoise, Dark War Turtle, Dark Blastoise. Hopefully we go up a little bit so we can see that Blastoise a little bit more. Oh, he's showing it in this base set. That's an older one. And like the War Turtle, I'm always checking to see if it's the Era War Turtle with the War Turtle in the stage 1 as well. Blastoise, there's a red dot error. There's a missing stage error. There's a few errors for Blastoise. This one I don't see any dots. And it does have the stage right there. It's just a beautiful Blastoise. And like all cards, this one has been going up in price. Used to be able to, like, 7 months ago, you'd be able to pick them up for like $30. Now, I believe something like this is probably going to be like $50, $60. Very cool Blastoise. And that's the one too, like in first edition, if you can find a minty first edition Blastoise, like the card after Charizard first edition is going to be the Blastoise. Shining Magikarp. This is one of my favorites. I have the Shining Gyarados, and now the Shining Magikarp is like the next Shining card I really want to get. Oh, that's so gorgeous. I'm just going to silently in awe look at the Shining Magikarp card. In the Japanese version, one of these shiny cards, when they first released them, they have like a 3-star rarity on the bottom right-hand corner. They're really awesome. Dark Gyarados, like I mentioned before, is another pre-release card, which yeah, last I checked, they're not too expensive. So they're definitely an awesome part of the collection. So if this is one of the things, like if I just started collecting, these Dark Gyarados are one of the cards that I'd be like, you know what, let me pick them up before they just get out of my price range. Very cool card. And the Gyarados, it's like the old Chinese dragon kind of look on this Dark Gyarados, which is really awesome. It's just a lot different than the other Gyarados looks in the cards. And that one's pretty awesome condition. Alright. Ooh, there's a Venusaur base set 2. That looks awesome. Like I said before, so many base set 2 cards. Oh my goodness. One of my friends just recently messaged me. Not recently, this was like a couple months ago, where she was going through her old collection and had like the base set 2 starters, Blastoise, Venusaur, and Charizard. I remember as a kid, base set 2 was like, that was a set that everyone, at least I really just didn't like. Because it was a copy of all the other ones. And just said it to you, like somebody would be like, I have a Venusaur. And you'd be like, oh cool, let me check it out. Oh, it's a base set 2. Yeah. Pikachus! I believe that Jungle First Edition Pikachu in a 10, that's going for like over $100, which is amazing. That's a base set Pikachu right there on the top left-hand corner, but it's yellow cheeks. Still pretty awesome. Raichu, base set. That's awesome. So it's an actual base set Raichu. Looks pretty minty. I don't see any print lines. I love how you have the light going on the holo so you can really look at it. That card looks gorgeous from the front, man. And we got some whitening on the top. But I mean, I'm not a grader, but I would think like an 8, 7 or 8. Well, like if it looks as good as it looks in the video in person, that's pretty awesome. That Pichu promo, I have a few of those Pichus, I believe, sealed up. It's an awesome card. Pikachus, I love just looking at all these Pikachus. Like, I have a big Pikachu collection, but still, there's so many that I don't have. And just looking at, like, they just have a few Pikachus, and already like 3 of them. I'm like, I don't even have that one. Another E-Series, and that one looks gorgeous. What is it about just this cardboard that just makes you so happy? Just so cool having it in your collection. Oh, and I spoke with him, asking if his sister would be down to selling her collection, but it doesn't seem like she is right now. Like she just wanted to share it. I don't think she really wants to sell it, cause I was like, there's some really awesome cards, like that Magikarp card. Oh my goodness, I would love to have that shiny Magikarp. And there's some few others in the back of this binder. There's just so many awesome cards in here. Like, she really collected when I kind of dropped off, like with the E-Series and the Neo Revelations. Like, I wasn't really collecting too much during the Neo Revelation period. Fossil Raichu, kind of beat up on the top. See, the bendiness of the card, I heard that doesn't really affect the grading too much. So that's okay. And that happens. Ooh, it's scary. Sometimes it happens like in the humidity, and we live in Houston. If I leave the holofoils not in a case, just like out on my desk, I did that once with some new cards, and they all just kind of bent like that. And I was like, no! But I put it in a case, and I put the dehumidifier on, and they actually just got back into shape. So, whew, crisis averted. More Pikachu. Ooh, that's a Japanese Pikachu. I just opened up a bunch of those. Like, if that's a 10, that's over 100. I believe it's like $175 right there. First edition Neo Pikachu, those are awesome. Elekid, when that Elekid came out, that was like the first of the baby Pokemon in Neo Genesis. Those are really cool. Fossil Raichu, non-holo, but in pretty awesome condition. Electabuzz base set 2, Dark Jolteon, which actually wasn't a rare, that was just a diamond, which is kind of weird. I mean, now there's a lot of just uncommon Jolteon, Flareons, and Vaporeons, but it's just weird seeing those, especially like when they have like a Venusaur or Charizard that's not rare. Jolteon holographic, that's gorgeous. That was the chase card in the jungle set. That's the one that you really wanted to pull. And that was the first card that my brother and I pulled on camera. It was the Air Jolteon. So that's something that you want to look for in the jungle cards, is that symbol on the right hand side that shows that it's a jungle card. Oh, there's so much silvering on this one. This one's in light moderate play. But yeah, there's a good print run of the jungle cards that came without that jungle symbol. And those can go for an alright amount of money. Those are also another thing, as like if you're just starting to collect, getting those more common misprints, like the missing jungle symbols, which you can normally get like in alright condition for like $15, $20 for one of the holographic cards. The Jolteon, Flareon, Vaporeon might be a little bit more than $15, $20, but if you're going to get like a Mr. Mime or some of the other jungle cards, you can find them for around like $15 with the missing symbol, if you look. Oh, Legendary Collections is my favorite set, and this is why. With this Legendary Collections is when they first started the reverse holo patterns, and they nailed it. They call it the firework pattern because it looks like those little firework explosions. This Magneton, I was expecting it to be a lot of money, because if you look at the Charizard or the Dark Blastoise reverse holo, they go for a lot of money. Like if you're trying to get a Charizard reverse, it's gonna be a few $100. But this Magneton, I want to say it was only like $25, $30 or something for like one in great condition. Ampharos, here we go. Neo Genesis, there are some big cards. Ampharos being a pretty big card in the Neo Genesis skin in first edition. When you're looking at the Neo set, you're going to look for Lugias, Typhlosions, Feraligators, Meganiums, Ampharos. Those are like the big guys that you want. And the first edition, to have it there, I mean, that one looked to be in pretty decent condition. That's one that I would look at getting graded because that can go for some good money. That's an awesome card to have in your collection, definitely. Ooh, base set Charmeleon. Mantine, that's Delta species. That's when they kind of changed the typing of the Pokemon. Oh, that Charmander, he looks so adorable with that big head. All right. Look at that. Look at that goofy Charmander. I love it. All right, let's check out the Zapdos. So there's a common error on these Zapdos. In the earlier runs, they're missing the holo foil in the top left. So let's see if we can tell. No, that one has it. But I believe all first edition fossil Zapdos have the error where it's missing the foil in the top left. And that's another common error that you can find for a decent amount of money. I don't think I have that one. So that's one that maybe when my Poke budget replenishes, I might grab one of those errors. Because that's another one that you should be able to find for like $15-20. It says Zapdos Holo Error. Base set 2 Zapdos. This is a really gorgeous pattern. Awesome card. A lot of whitening up on the top for that guy, though. Oh, I didn't know that Jolteon was holo. Dark Charizard. This guy, if you get a 10 on this Dark Charizard, that's a few $100. It's an awesome card to get. But this Dark Charizard was the first one to come out that also had a non-holographic version. Boom, right there. And just a few months ago, I purchased a few of those non-holo Dark Charizards just for like $10-15 in like decent condition. So I imagine now you should still be able to find it for $15-20. If you wanted a Watsy Charizard that you don't have, grab a non-holo Dark Charizard. And if you have some money to spend, get this Dark Charizard. It just looks badass. Some whitening up on the top, so we're not looking at 10. But that's still a gorgeous card. Dark Charizard. Man, that's so awesome. Old video plug, my brother and I pulled one of these as well. Back when you can buy vintage packs for under $100. We opened one, I believe, we might have opened up 2 rocket packs. I think we just opened up one. I believe we opened like maybe some Japanese and an English one, and then the English one we opened, we got the Holo Dark Charizard. Still need to get that guy graded. Oh, it's so gorgeous. Ooh, that Entei. I've seen that one a lot, and that one graded is also worth over $100, a few $100. Rocket Moltres, beautiful card, along with that Flareon. Now this Entei, this was like the legend, so there's always the 3 legendaries. So in the Gen 2, Entei was one of the legendary Pokemon. And this looks gorgeous. I've been seeing these as like 9s and 10s for a few $100. Oh my goodness, I don't see any whitening on the back. That looks amazing. If this was, yeah, I don't know if I said it or if it cut out, but if this was in my collection, that Entei would be graded. That Torchic, check it out. That's actually, looks like a shiny version of the Torchic. It's not a holo. Gold stars. Gold stars are another thing to look at whenever I find people's collections, especially if they have these like cards in this range, like with the E-Series and stuff. You're like, ooh, this is in gold star territory. So they might have one. Rocket's Moltres, one of the best looking cards ever made. If you know the Flaming Chicken, he has a YouTube channel. This was his profile pic for a while. Just such a gorgeous Moltres. Big old swirl by its head. That's awesome. I think I have a first edition one of these. I don't remember. It's awesome. Some whitening on the bottom. That's okay. It's still a gorgeous card. It's another one that I wouldn't mind getting graded if this was my collection. Just a lot of people just really love that card. I think I had that one in Japanese too. I got it from like a mystery box. There's that shiny Torchic. Blaine's Moltres. That one is notorious for having print lines. And there's the Ditto Charmander. Oh, Blaine's Moltres looks pretty good. I hope he takes it out. He might not. Torchic sleeping. Oh my goodness. Oh, I think he is. Good, good, good. Good, 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 good. This is one I don't think I have in my collection. But this is another one. See how the Pokemon is just like so small and off to the right? So there's just so many opportunities for print lines. And I don't really see any. Little whitening on the side. Oh man, for something that didn't have any print lines, kind of hurts me to see that whitening. That card is gorgeous. Some first edition Jungle. Snubble's adorable. Lieutenant Surge's Eevee first edition. If you get any Eevees and Pikachu's first edition, check them out to see what the condition is. Because if they can get a 10, they're going to be up there. Those are just fan favorites. Pikachu's, the starters, Eevees, and first edition. Those are cards you should always look into. Alright, I think this is the end. Those are some awesome old stickers. It's just been a blast just checking out this collection. So many amazing cards. It's just so cool. And if you haven't seen Outer God openings, definitely check them out. Especially if you like Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. Because I've been trying to get back into Yu-Gi-Oh! And just learning and watching the stuff he pulls. It's been really awesome. He has a great personality. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for liking. I love all your comments. And if you like this kind of stuff or you like Pokemon, go ahead and subscribe. That'll be really awesome. So you guys have a great day. See you later. Bye.